Hello, hi there. I'm Paul, and I'm one of the teachers at SET English. We are live on Facebook at the moment, so it will be really interesting to know if anyone's out there, if you're watching. If you are, then please leave us a message, let us know. That would be really great to hear. What I'm going to do today is I am going to have a look at past perfect. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking at today. So if you have got any questions about past perfect, if you want to contribute, if you'd like to let me know, or if you sort of look at a situation and think, oh, I don't know what that is, then please just pop a little message in here. And as always, guys, this is what we do every day. We are OET experts. We teach a lot of language at SET English as well. We do a lot of vocabulary, a lot of grammar. And past perfect is something that sometimes comes up in our classes. Some tasks, some writing tasks, you can write them in a way which is a bit more concise if you have the past perfect tool, if you've got the ability to do it. If you don't have the ability to do past perfect, then you don't have the option. You don't have that opportunity. So it's a good thing to have a look at, try and practice, and then find opportunities to use and get some feedback, from a premium provider like SET English. So let's have a look. Let's open a study document and see if I can introduce what it is. See if it makes sense to you. Hopefully it will. Okay, so past perfect. Past perfect is an aspect of the past. Okay, so it's one of the narrative tenses. And it's important to know what past and what perfect means. So past means relating to a finished action at a finished time in the past. Okay, so let's think of some finished times in the past. Yesterday, 3 weeks ago, when I was young, as a child. Okay, all of those kinds of phrases, they take us into the past. So I ate a sandwich yesterday. I went to school when I was young. Okay, so that's past. Now perfect. Now remember, this could be present, past, or future. Perfect means before. That's what it means. So it's a bit strange, isn't it? Because you might be thinking, well, how can you have before the past? How's that possible? Well, you can. You can have before the past. You can have before the present as well. And you might be thinking, before the present. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Before the present. Isn't before the present past? But it's not really the way to think about it. Okay, we should be thinking about how can I split up the time and our timelines. Okay, so let's have a look at something that happened in the past. Okay, so let's talk about John Robinson. Okay, John Robinson. All right, John Robinson. Let's see what happened. 14th of May, presented at GP clinic. Fatigue, headache. What else? Fatigue, headache, and muscle pain. Okay, 2 weeks. All right, okay. So we know a date. Okay, we've got a date here. So if I was to draw a timeline, okay, if I was to draw a timeline, let's just draw a very, very simple timeline. I'll just do it freehand here. Okay. Okay, here's our timeline starting there. All right, okay. So we've got now. So today's date is the 6th of August. 14th of May is in the past. Okay, so 14th of May can go there. Let's date stamp that. 14th of May. Now think about what happened on that date. Okay, just think about what happened. He presented on that date, didn't he? That's what he did. He presented on that date. So I can write down with a timestamp, on the 14th of May, Mr. Robinson presented at the GP clinic. Okay, so we presented at the GP clinic. That's one thing that we can say. Now you've got two options here, I think. Okay, you've got two options which are really good. You can stay in the past simple, which is perfectly good, nothing wrong with it, or you can use the past perfect. So first of all, I could go into the past perfect continuous, okay, which means that we have to use an ing. And when we do the past perfect continuous, we have to do had been verb plus ing. Okay, that's how we do it, and I'll show you in a minute. So why would I use the past perfect? Okay, why would I use the past perfect? Let me show you. So let's say on the 15th of, well, let's say GP advice, emergency department. I'm not saying that that was a good response to it, but if we look at it like this, if you think about things in the order of time, well, what happened next in the order of time? Well, what happened next in the order of time is that he went here, didn't he? Okay, so here went to the ED department. Okay, because the order of time goes in this direction. Okay, we go from the past towards the present. So he presented. Okay, let's put that here, presented. Okay, presented on the 14th. He went to the ED straight after on the same day. So he was advised to go to the emergency department. Notice that we've stayed in the past simple. Okay, we've stayed in the past simple. So we've got presented. We've got he was advised. Both of those are past simple. We started with the oldest action first and then went towards the present. All right. But what happens if I want to say that he did something before the 14th? Okay, I can, if I stay in the past simple, I could say something like this. On the yeah. If I wanted to stay with the past simple, I could start with this pane here. Okay. I could start with that first, couldn't I? And I could go back. Start with that as the earliest possible thing. Now, I have to do that. To do that, I have to know what 2 weeks before. So that's at the 1st of May. On the 1st of May, Mr. Robinson started experiencing, possibly, something like that, fatigue, a headache, or let's put headaches instead, headaches and muscle pain. On the 14th of May, he presented at the GP clinic. He was advised, let's pull that up, he was advised to go to the emergency department. Okay, so look at what we've got here in the past simple. These are both examples of the past simple. And there's something that we can put in here. Okay, we're gonna do it in a minute. On the 1st of May, Mr. Robinson started experiencing. On the 14th of May, he presented. He was advised. So what's happened there is that if we go back in time again, here on the 1st of May, again, we've followed the order of time. Okay, here we start, the symptoms start. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't write very well with this. Okay, so the symptoms started. So what did we do? We went forward like this. And when you go forward in time all the time like that, then you stay with the past simple. And a really nice solution for that would be, he presented at the clinic with a 2-week history of fatigue, headaches, and muscle pain. That's a really nice, I think this is a very good way of writing it. Okay? It's a very good way to do it. This phrase, a 2-week history of, really good, goes with the past simple. This way is much better than this way. Okay? I don't really like this one. Okay? It's not very concise. This one's really good. Okay? So we'll give that a green box. Really happy with that. This one down here, I'm not so happy with. Let's draw some lines through it. It's just a bit non-concise. Okay, so that's a nice way to do it. But look what we've done. We've stayed in the past simple the whole time. All right, we've stayed in the past simple. The past perfect is where we do something a bit different. Okay, so we'll take a picture of that and we'll keep it. And if anybody wants this study document after we finish, then let me know. So I'll take all of these away. We'll take these points off. Okay, and we'll get ourselves back to the earlier on in this timeline. Okay, so let's pop that down in another part of the document. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go back to the beginning. On the 14th of May, Mr. Robinson presented at the GP clinic. What if I want to talk about this 2 weeks of fatigue, headache, and muscle pain, but I don't want to use past simple. I want to use past perfect. Well, past perfect is before the past. Remember so far that what we've done is we've just gone in this direction. The past perfect is when you want to go in that direction. So what did we do? We've started by stating a time in the past. On the 14th of May, Mr. Robinson presented at the GP clinic. If I want to go back now, okay, let's use a green. We'll use an orange, okay. If I want to go back, I have to use the past perfect. So if I want to talk about what was happening before the 14th of May, I've got to use it. So it would be this. He had been experiencing fatigue, headaches, and muscle pain for 2 weeks. So he had been experiencing. This is the past perfect, continuous. That means if I draw this on the timeline, it means that something started here and went like that. Experiencing. Okay. Had been experiencing the symptoms. So they must have started on the 1st, mustn't they? But we're not mentioning when they started. We're just saying how long, because we don't know 100% how long it was. Does he mean 2 weeks, or does he mean 15 days or 12 days? We don't really know. He just said 2 weeks, didn't he? Okay, so we'll take that date back off. We don't know 100%. So this, for me, is a really good way of doing it. He had been experiencing fatigue, headaches, and muscle pain for 2 weeks. Those are both really good solutions, either by using the past simple or by using the past perfect. Both of them are perfectly good, really good ways of doing it. And it's a great way to be concise. Then you don't have to mention multiple dates. You're not going to get your tenses wrong. It's definitely something which is worth practicing. So remember that the past perfect, let's make a note. With the past perfect, we establish a time in the past and then introduce an action that took place before that established time. That's the whole point of it. It's a really nice way of doing it. Very good bit of grammar, shows range, and it's also very useful for you to do it. Okay? So that is the past perfect. And if you want to do more of this, if you want to do more practices, and you want to learn a bit more about past perfect, come and find us. We've got loads of activities. We always do classes on tenses. In our grammar, which supports our writing weeks, we do tenses, passive, all ranges of sentence structure, including linkers with verb phrases, linkers with noun phrases. We do participle clauses, relative clauses. We talk about summarizing and organization. So it's really, really useful to have this language. It also helps you in reading Part C. All right. So let's finish there. If you've got any questions, please just pop them in the chat box. If you like the video, then just press like. That really helps us. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.